A warm greeting to all of you out there from the student place. You're welcome to today's session here. And firstly, I want to specially thank every one of you that have been on this platform right from the start. And to our 1000 plus subscribers, you guys are the best. I'm so grateful and delighted that you've stood by us right from when we started, and you're still with us even up to now. And those of you who have not yet subscribed to our channel, please just subscribe to this channel and turn on notification, because here I believe we would help you to achieve that your study abroad dream. So secondly, Student Place is a platform where we link you up to different scholarship opportunities that are out there. There are many and varieties of scholarship out there for you as a student, as an undergraduate student, as a master student. There are many scholarships out there, international scholarship, both fully funded and partial scholarship. So here at the Student Place, we are dedicated to bringing this scholarship to your doorstep, to bring you and connect you to this scholarship. We don't only connect you to these scholarships, we also give you a one-on-one guideline, a mentorship on how to apply for these scholarships and come out the best. For the past 1 year, we've dedicatedly worked on helping students to apply for scholarship, and so many of them have come out successful, and we are still in the business of doing that. So if you are here with us, if you are following us, you are sure to get the best information you need here at the Student Place. Apart from this, we have other areas of the Student Place that have not fully been launched, but as God helps us, we are going to launch these areas as soon as possible. In today's edition at the Student Place, we'll be listening to an educational consultant in the person of Victor Ola. It has been a dream of many Africans to travel to Canada for studies. Why is this? This is because in Canada, there are varieties of opportunities, like there are lucrative opportunities for you as a student if you study in Canada. Canada is a very big country that is embracing to international students. So as a student who is studying in Canada, you have varieties of opportunities. You can even become a permanent resident of Canada. You can bring your family to Canada. You can get fully funded scholarship to study in Canada. Like, there are so many opportunities out there for you as a student. So as a result of this, so many people from Africa have realized this, and they've been applying for studies in Canada. Many people are moving to Canada year in and year out because the place is a very good place. So today on this session, we'll be listening to Victor Ola. Victor Ola is an educational consultant based in Canada, and he has helped a lot of people. He has helped a lot of students to move to Canada for studies, and he has helped a lot of people to gain permanent residence in Canada. So we'll listen to him today and hear him give us all the guidelines, all we need to know about applying to schools in Canada, getting scholarship in Canada, getting organizations, institutions, and individuals that will help you and fund your education. And he will also tell us about people that give out loan, like educational loan to students who wish to study in Canada. In this video, he would also be showing you how to apply for visa, how to apply for your permanent residence, and how to apply for schools. And he would also tell you about schools that you can apply to in Canada without IELTS. So this video is going to be a long video actually. So but the fact there is that I want every one of you to watch this video to the end. If you want to get the main gist of this video, if you want to get the full information of this video, watch it to the end. Don't stop along the way, because if you stop along the way, you may not get every information that is needed. So just be patient and patiently watch. If you can't watch it once and for all, you can watch it like time after time. But the most important fact is that ensure you watch this video to the end, so that you get the full information about what we are talking about here. And one thing that you should notice is that in the video, he mostly like talks about graduate students, but just be aware that whatever he said about graduate students applies for undergraduate too. So don't just say that this guy is just talking about graduates. I'm not a graduate, I'm an undergraduate. No, anything that he talks about graduates also applies to you as an undergraduate student. In the course of the video, it talked about a travel to Canada guide. This guide has helped a lot of people migrate to Canada on studies, and you can get this guide at a student place at a discounted price. Here we sell it to you at a cheap and affordable price. So if you are interested in this guide, just write it, just comment on the comment section, and you can also reach us on Instagram. Our Instagram name is displayed on the screen, so you can message us from there and indicate your interest in the guide, and we'll see how we could get it across to you. So without much ado, let's get into this video and listen to Victor Ola as he tells us all we need to know about studying in Canada on scholarship and on self-sponsorship. Thank you.
It's you for making it to this live webinar training, and I am pumped. I'm excited because you know what? You're gonna be wowed as we spend the next 30 to 40 minutes together. I mean, dissecting how a graduate trainee relocated to Canada within 76 straight days without using any travel agent or submitting IELTS, TOEFL academic test result, following the three most neglected secrets revealed to a top travel coach, and how you, yes, I mean you, can follow this same easy pathway to Canada even in this 2020. Oh, like I told you before, we have over 1,500 people registered for this training, and right now I think as I'm looking on my dashboard, we have 1,139 people currently watching. I think that is good, and I mean, let's proceed. Let's proceed. And you know what? I would like us to do a quick introduction of wherever you're watching from. I mean, for me, I'm doing this live training from Pembina Immersion Border Crossing. That is a border town close to North Dakota in the state. I mean, border town between Canada and US. I reside in Winnipeg, but currently in Pembina, Pembina immersion. That's what we call the border. I mean, border crossing to North Dakota in the state, North Dakota. So, let me know in the comment box where you're watching from. Okay, let me know where you're watching from. That is Isaac from Lokoja. Okay, that's Bassett from Uyo. That's Samuel from Oweri. Oh, we have Joseph from Abe Okuta. Yes, did I get it? Okay, we have Samson from Cape Coast. We have Afua from Kumasi. We have Judy from Kisumu. We have Anita from Nakuru. We have Anaya from Takoradi. We have who else? Ngozi from Lagos. We have Jeremiah from Jos. We have Suleiman from Bauchi. Wow. I think that's good. That's good, guys. Let's move on to the next part of this presentation. So, who is this for? I mean, who is this training for? It is for anyone IELTS or TOEFL or GRE stopping their relocation to Canada goals. Okay, it's for anyone ages limiting their CRS. I mean, cutoff point. Maybe you're too young or too old. It's for anyone with zero or no work experience. I mean it's preventing you from coming to Canada permanently. This is for anyone their educational qualification isn't enough to relocate to Canada permanently. It is for anyone who doesn't have any form of ties or relation in Canada, so you can relocate through the provincial nomination program. All right, at the end of this live training, you will see how to fast track your relocation legally to Canada this 2020 without writing IELTS or TOEFL or GRE exam. You will know how to get your work permit and open work permit for your spouse if you have one. You will learn how to successfully relocate your family to Canada legally, including your kids. All right, you will see why you don't need to rely on any travel agent. Will prey on your ignorance and fear of visa denial. I mean, which is just so blessless. You will see how to become a Canada permanent resident, and eventually Canadian citizen within 3 years. Yeah, let's hear from this person who has gone through this training. He said, as I was looking online for getting my master's degree in computer science abroad, I was getting so many recommendations regarding one agency or the other. Along the line, I found out about web class organized by VO, that is me, Victor Ola, and I just fell in love with the idea of no eye health because I failed it 3 times. And even doing the application myself, which I believe will save me some coins, after thoroughly going through the no eye health training guide, I was able to get scholarship later of $20,000 from UNISASC, even with my 2.2 CGPA. Wow. Thus, I don't have to show huge money, yes, of course, in my bank account for my visa application. I mean, within 4 months of landing in Saskatoon, I had to decide to pick between a research assistantship job on campus or customer service gig outside of school. I later choose the campus job because I do like academics. Thanks to Victor for the support through the way. Wow. Thanks, my man Charles. Thanks for that. I mean, if you're still to the end of this program of this live class, rather, I will be answering your questions regarding relocation to Canada this 2020. Okay, you will get my complete WhatsApp number plus 1540254 and the rest to ask your personal travel questions. And I also have a yet uh unannounced gift for you. Okay, so wish me, why am I qualified to teach you this class? I am Victor La. People call me Vio. And you know what? I'm Nigerian born but Canadian citizen. I'm passionate about the travel industry, and I've helped 57 people, individuals and families move to Canada successfully, and hundreds of students currently in line. Okay, I do share quality travel information and updates with over 29,000 readers across West, East, and South Africa every week. I mean, every damn week. Hey, Canada, you ask why Canada? I mean, number one, Canada is ranked number in terms of number one quality of lifestyle, healthcare, light, road, transport, and all civic and luxurious amenities provided. Okay. Um, Canada Prime Minister said this. I mean, John Trudeau has this to say. Said, agreed, this is the best place to live in the world, and we are going to keep working to make sure every Canadian has a real and fair share at success. I mean, that's a leader talking. Someone was asking in in a forum called Cora. He said, "Is it wise to migrate to Canada at present?" And I mean, the reply he got said, "You can't go wrong with Canada. It is a country that has a good system overall, rule of law, low corruption level, high civil liberties, and all that good stuff. I mean, and all like that." Hey, why Canada? You ask. Somebody tweeted. I saw this sometimes ago. Said, dropped off a friend traveling to Benin. And God is good. A Japak. Yeah, I think I got her early morning while I headed to my office in VI. She called me 4.5 hours later and she was in Benin. I hadn't reached Lekki phase one roundabout. Called my wife immediately to say I yield. I mean, what else again? This lady tweeted also said, no matter how rich you are in Nigeria, you will never truly get value. You will drive your Rolls Royce inside flood. When you drive out your mansion, you will enter a pothole. If you have an accident, ambulance. If you have an accident, ambulance won't show up. There's no immunity to the collective poverty. Another person tweeted, "We dig our balls for water, power our houses individually through generators, pay for our own security, even when at police NG is working, repair our street road ourselves, cause the authority constantly overlook it, yet pay taxes to the government. Isn't that tragic?" Oh, you ask, hey, why Canada? I said to you, Canada is currently number 6 most powerful passport. I mean, it has visa-free access to 183 countries. Tell me in the comment box. I mean, if you desire to have a Canadian passport too, I mean, tell me in the comment box. Let me know, because with your Canadian passport, you do not require a visit visa to United States of America. I've been there several times. I mean, to United Kingdom, to Germany, to Japan, to Ireland, to Italy, to Sweden, and Norway. This is also a review from someone who has gone through this training guide. He said, I'm so glad that I met Vio through this webinar training, because I have a refused visa once after paying over 300,000 naira to a travel agent in Ilori who did a shoddy work in my visa application. I got to know this from the No IELTS to Canada training program. It was very informative, gave me a clear objective of what I wanted to do next. I wrote my admission and visa SOP, professional CV myself, put everything together to make my application tight. I had a lower credit in visa admin from uh, Quara Polytechnic, and was offered postgraduate certificate in global business management in one of the colleges, and I couldn't be happier because my passport was delivered and stamped after 98 days of application. Wow. I feel lucky that I met you, because I never write IELTS or did West evaluation, and with my barbering side also, I make average of $450 a week. Wow, that's good, bro, Felix. Wow, that's good. I don't know. So you cut hair. Wow, that's good. That's good. All right. Why Canada? You ask. I mean, do you know you are one decision away from relocating to Canada legally in this 2020? Do you know that? Okay. Do you know Canada is truly waiting for you in this 2020? How do I know? You know what? Without immigration, Canada population growth could be close to zero. I mean, in the next 20 years, in the next 2 decades, there will be nobody again in Canada without immigration. And you know what? If you learn all you need to learn to relocate to Canada now, where you start preparing and packing your bags, let me know in the comment box. Oh yes, yes, okay, yes. Wow, that's good. That's good. Let me move on. Don't let me be distracted. You know what? You have to pay 100% rapt attention. Switch off your TV and radio. Close the door to your room for privacy. Shut down that social media account. You don't need that right now. Grab your pen and paper and be ready to write. Okay. Let's quickly do this as we move to the next part of this training. Adalbe Nelson, I mean, she Adam third class from one of the Nigerian universities. Let's hear from her what she has to say about this training program.
Victor reached out to share my story, thus I made this video. I finished third class from OAU in Nigeria and have had hard time getting any meaningful job. There and then, the thought of greener pasture was getting stronger in my mind. In 2008, I worked with a money-chopping travel agent and he painfully got me UK visa ban. So when I saw the No IELTS guide training on Google, I skeptically paid for it and eventually dumped it without doing anything. Out of the blues, Victor mailed me like after 90 days for follow-up, and I shot a mail to do the whole thing for me, which he refused instantly. Ouch. After a while, I summoned courage and followed the guide, which provided me with sample documentation. And now, I have submitted my application to the Canadian website and hopefully it will be approved. Guys, my Yankee dream will now be fulfilled. I am so excited about it.
Oh wow, good. We are back. Results aren't typical. You know what? I will walk you through the exact guide we are using to get this great result. Okay, the average person who attends any training gets zero result. Okay, however, I am going to show you what's working for many of my students who has gone through this training. All right. Lastly, this isn't for anyone who want to do nothing and expect magical result. All right. Our graduate trainee relocated to Canada within 76 days without using any travel agent, or submitting IELTS, TOEFL academic results, following the three most neglected secrets revealed to a top travel coach, and how you can follow the same easy pathway to Canada this 2020. All right, what's the three most neglected secrets? Secret number one: you can relocate to Canada legally without using any travel agent or knowing any embassy official. Let us sink, okay? Secret two: you can relocate to Canada using this most reliable pathway to Canada in 90 days without writing academic IELTS, TOEFL, or graduate record exam. Okay, let us sink as well. Secret number three: you can relocate to Canada at almost no major cost. Isn't that good? Secret number one: to meet people who has about visa agent or travel agency. I want to be shattering the myth right now. I mean, you're subconscious and saying you can't do it yourself. Do you know what? You can apply and get NS visa yourself, and nearly half of visa applicants know it. Most are just gripped by fear. I mean, the fear of desire. The fear are just baseless because you know what? You can actually do it yourself. And let me say this: what if those who had fallen victim knew they could have avoided being praised in the hands of predators turned visa agents? All right. This person said, agent in Nigeria demands 500K. Good morning. I mean, how do I go about my admission myself? An agent in Nigeria demands 500K. That is way too much to pay. Any advice or assistance from you would highly be appreciated. Thanks. This person also say, Canadian immigration lawyer asked me to pay $3,000. Isn't that way too much? Okay. The myth number two: visa application success is entirely or 100% guaranteed. That's actually a myth. You know what? It's laughable. I mean, seeing flyers with print like visa success 100% guaranteed. I wonder if the embassy of whatever country they offer the visa services to are on promo, or maybe your visa agent is a friend to the country president. You know what? We have few countries that has 100% guaranteed visa, like Dubai and many African countries. As an African immigrant, I mean, the rest are 98% all done. So, you know what? Even your seasoned travel agencies or exceptional visa agents can only put all the best required documentations together to sell you to the visa officer. They aren't the alpha and omega of your visa application. Granting a visa is the sole discretion of the visa official. All right. The difference between you and any travel agent is access to accurate information, which we are doing right now. This person chat me up sometimes ago, chatted me up sometimes, said, hello, I'm Oyebanjo. I was part of your webinar attender. Okay, please, I've been due by all these so-called agents worth over 1.205 million of traveling to Canada, but at last, I mean, nothing to show for it. I got to know, I mean, while we continue with each other, that he got a fake employment letter and all of that. I mean, that is story for another day. Let's move ahead. Why you don't really need a travel or visa agency? I mean, 85%, 87.5% rather, of visa agents or you knew hawking their services online or offline operate with half-baked info, which in the end spoil your visa reputation. I mean, at the end, you face penalty of 5 years ban to top countries. I mean, why using fake documents in the name of packaging you? I mean, you lose the whole money you paid for their service, and in the end, I mean, they have nothing to lose. I mean, they have nothing to lose, like I tell you. So right now, I'll be sharing real stories of many people here who never use any agent after going through this training guide. Let me ask, can you truly see you don't need any so-called agent to fulfill your Canadian relocation goal? Reply me in the comment box. Let me see that as we proceed Oh, yes, that's good. That's good. Yes, that's good. Oh, secret number two, you can actually relocate without writing IELTS or TOEFL exam. I kid you not. People like me hate writing anything called exam. All right. Why IELTS, you asked? IELTS, the International English Language Testing System, is designed to access the language ability of candidates who need to study or work where English is used as a language of communication. And you know what? There's this untold secret in recent times. The exam body has been dealing with anyone writing it for purpose of immigration or going to study. They score you low, they want to keep making money off you, and the average cost of the exam is 75,000 naira or 980 Ghanaian cedis or 180 Britain pounds. And there's this tweet I saw some times ago. So this Nigerian man wrote IELTS 32 times. Oh boy, 32 freaking times, all because he wants to leave Nigeria. And the exam costs 75K each. You see, he already lost over $6,000 just writing IELTS. He lost, 37,000 Ghanaian cedis just writing IELTS. Let me ask, if you find a way not to write any IELTS or TOEFL exam to fulfill your relocation goal, will you follow it? Let me see that in the comment box. Even though I can't, go ahead to be reading that any longer. Okay, yes, that's good. Yes, let's proceed. This is the game changer. This is the game changer. Sit tight. I immigrated without writing IELTS, writing TOEFL or GRE some years ago. So I want to show you the step by step how I did it. I am ready to provide this information to anyone interested in coming to Canada and could prove they were taught in English language while in school. This same practical guide has been used by 57 people, both individuals and families, to come to Canada. And you know what? I spoke with my Nigerian friend who is a trained and certified travel expert, ATA qualified. He has worked with hundreds of Canadian African immigrants in the past 17 months. Saviors Daniel provided me with the clarity and up-to-date information. Before I talk about this most reliable pathway, this the most popular way to relocate to Canada as a permanent residence with your entire family is through the express entry and the provision nomination program. But you know what? If you move through this pathway, you will face two big challenges when you land here in Canada. Number one, Canadian experience. Most companies and recruiters prefer to hire someone who has work background in Canada than outside Canada. That's just the truth. It won't matter your educational qualification or work experience in your home country. Number two, Canadian education. You will need to enroll for a diploma or degree program to be able to work in your primary profession. You want to practice your profession, or change to a lucrative job in the environment you find yourself. Eventually, you will have to work and study to integrate yourself properly into the Canadian economy. But it's worth it, right? It's worth it actually. So the most reliable pathway solves this imminent challenge of all new immigrants in Canada faces. It removes all the stumbling block created by express entry or provincial nomination program. More than 50% of Canadian immigrants uses this pathway. You know what? Why this pathway to Canada? Doesn't matter if you don't have IELTS or TOEFL or GRE test results. You can be 18 or 50 years old. Doesn't matter if you have zero or no work experience. Doesn't matter if all you have is your highest secondary school certificate and proof you are taught in English language. Doesn't matter if you don't have any form of ties or relation in Canada. This most reliable pathway allows you to work up to 20 hours per week, obtain a post-graduation work permit before processing your permanent residency, bring an accompanying spouse or common law partner to Canada on an open full-time work permit, bring accompanying minor children, put them in high-quality Canadian public school, till they graduate for free, become eligible for Canadian permanent residency, and eventually citizens like me within 3 years. All right, drum rolls. The unique and fastest pathway to Canada is called the study education routes to relocating to Canada permanently. You study, you work, you become a permanent resident. I mean, the study can be academic or professional or even vocational. Okay, like the case of Babatunde, he failed IELTS twice with low proof of fund, and he was able to move down here. He said, I currently gain admission to University of Saskatchewan to pursue MS in anatomy and cell biology. Initially, I had no idea how to proceed with my study permit application and also to deal with other related matters. Aside the typical challenges that students face who apply for Canada visa encounter, I had an extra challenge. I don't have enough proof of fund and I failed IELTS twice. The guide created by Victor Land Saviors helped me to put together all the paperwork for submission on CIC website. In the end, my visa application came out successful. Wow. All right. I mean, do you also want to get scholarship and a part-time job in Canada like Baba today? Do you want that? Let me know in the comment box. Let me know. Yes, as we proceed. Okay, yes, that's good. Yes, all right. All right. I want it. I want. Oh, good, good. Okay. Uh, Now to process his permanent residency in Canada, he didn't need a high health score. He didn't need any proof of fund since he's working and legally living in Canada. He has a Canadian education. He has Canadian work experience. It will easily scale through the required CRS cutoff in the express entry or provincial nomination program, and finally obtain a Canadian passport for himself. Don't you like to have one? I ask, don't you? Like this lady tweeted, 4 years in Canada, 3 years of postgraduate study, 6 plus jobs, co-op plus postgraduate work permit, and I became a Canadian permanent resident today. All right. Let me ask you this question. I mean, we've been talking for about 30 minutes, a lot of fun, sharing cool stuff to help you relocate fast, but it's really a short time to cover the detailed process to follow. All right. If there's a way to continue this training to the very end and learn every damn process involved till you land in Canada, get your first job, and relocate your family, how many of you will be interested? I want to know how many. Okay. Okay, interested. Yes. Okay, good. I mean, I am a team as we've put together the step by step process to do it yourself over the next 90 days and start to pack your bags and come to Canada. Okay? Do you mind me taking you through what's inside the No IELTS to Canada guide? Do you mind? Okay, all right. I think that's a yes. Now let me introduce you to the same guide Babatunde used to relocate to Canada through the study pathway. The No IELTS to Canada guide, a strict, credible, practical guide to get your Canada PR without using any travel agent, either you're 18 or 50. Okay, what you get inside this guide, you do not need IELTS, TOEFL, GRE, or West transcript evaluation. Number one, you get step-by-step guide on securing admission and scholarship from Canadian schools, whether you add first class or tutor result, list of schools that give guaranteed entrance scholarship. You get from it verified list of schools that doesn't require IELTS or TOEFL except English proficiency letter occasionally, and how to get it. You get list of schools to apply if you have tutor, third class, or pass. You are also eligible if you don't have any form of higher education but credit pass in 5 course subjects in your secondary school exam. You learn how to find funded masters and doctoral programs for PhD students that will help you achieve your goals, and how to make faculty connections to strengthen your candidacy, which include finding supervisor in that school. Okay, you get sample personal statements and letters to supervisor by students who already got scholarship. This person who was admitted to a nursing program, even with 12 years study gap, and I mean she relocated with her family. Our Canada story won't be possible without God and huge support of video. We've been reading through different articles online with regard to relocation and found out about the No Heights to Canada program in one of the online newspaper. I was a bit skeptical initially about the No Heights to Canada relocation route, but my husband told me we should give it a try. Through the help of the No Eyes to Canada training guide, I was able to secure admission summer 2019 to study enhanced nursing practice in one of the Ontario colleges, even with 12 years study gap. And my visa took almost 4 months before approval. Yes, afterwards, I deferred my admission to winter, and my husband put in his open work application, which took us 2 months before approval, with my 7-year-old son and 11-year-old daughter study visa. After safe landing in Kitchener, that is in Ontario, my husband was able to secure a banking job after writing mutual fund exams, and I also got a home care assistant job work here. I mean, I can boldly say the journey wasn't easy, but it was worth it. Okay, thanks to Victor, my main boss. Thanks for that, Mrs. Joy Azan. I like that. Thank you. I really appreciate you. You get how to position yourself for research or teaching assistantship in this guide, how to apply for master's degree in Canada as an HND holder, how to increase your chances of approval for Canadian study visa, how to fill your visa application form correctly to the point of submission online or offline, how to apply for open work permit for your spouse if you have one, how to relocate your family successfully, and how to transition to permanent resident in Canada. Okay. If you wait till the end, I will redeem my 3 promises. All right. As if that is not enough, you will be getting these extra bonuses: 12-month unlimited update about how to relocate, live, and prosper in Canada. Document swipe box. It contains academic CVs, visa SOP, personal statement, recommendation letter, sponsorship letter, letter of introduction from employer. I mean, all manner of kind of document you would be need has been put in this document swipe box. You get items so you can bring to Canada when coming, because there are items that are banned. I mean, once you come with it to Canada, you'll be fine. Guaranteed, you will be fine. You get sites to check for accommodation and jobs in Canada. The step-by-step guide of how to avoid visa denial, and you get over 20 real case studies of those who got their study visa approved. That is, I mean, that is a huge bonus there, guys. You also get over 50 landing gist of how people settled in Canada, and also 7 art skills, yes, to learn before moving to Canada. I mean, that helps you to generate average of $1,000 to $3,000 monthly, depending on how time you have on your hand to do the work. Okay, obviously, I'm not going to charge you the total value this is worth. This is worth $3,300. I mean, but I won't charge you that. Okay. Let me ask, if all the No IELTS to Canada guide did was to give you step-by-step guide till you land in Canada without writing IELTS or TOEFL exam, would it be worth it? Okay. If all the Noite guide did was to show you how to land a decent job while studying in Canada, would it be worth it? All right. If all the Noite guide did was to show you how, step by step, how to get open work permit for your spouse and relocate your entire family, would it be worth it as well? How am I sure what you're saying is true and will work for me? Blah blah blah. This person, Moyo Sore, yeah, Fatoki. I said I'm an English teacher by profession. She mailed me some times ago. It's been a decade that I'm into teaching, and there was not career growth in my profession. It was then I realized, why not try international education? Then I saw your online training called No Heights to Canada. Having purchased the complete guide, I would say it provides complete guidance for my visa application and debt immigration policies. Wow, thank you, Fatoki. I said I had enrolled for master in education at our university. Soon I believe I'll be a proud visa holder to Canada. That's good. This will work for you, okay? If you're between age 18 to 50 years, if you possess WAEC or NECO or NAPTEB or NC or KCSC from Kenya or grade 12 from South Africa, or equivalent as minimum requirement. If you're a family of 2 or 12, I mean, irrespective of your family size, this will work for you even in this pandemic period because students are still getting admission and online visa application is currently ongoing. If you have IELTS or GRE or TOEFL test result or not, because you don't even need it. This will work for you whether you're a Nigerian, Ghanaian, Kenyan, Ugandan, or anyone who had their last formal education in English language. This will work for you if you have physical disability or not. This will work for you if want to study nursing or law, engineering, accounting, or whatever course. You don't need West evaluation or any form of ECA for study work permanent residency pathway, whether you know someone in Canada or not, whether you have a accommodation to stay or not, because I will be showing you in the guide how to get your accommodation and settle down even from the first day you land. Who has this work for? I mean, you ask. This young man was saying, insurance broker in Lagos said, my initial dealing with a so-called renowned travel agency around Ikeja were unpleasant. So almost losing hope towards relocating to Canada, I was convinced after watching an online presentation by VO and decided to get the No IELTS to Canada guide. I am tempted to say they know all you need to know to get a study permit, especially the Gregorian support. Thank guy, thank Toby. Yeah, this young lady said, we got admission to Humber College without writing IELTS and successfully submit study application visa through the professional guide inside the No Heights to Canada program. It was a dream come true for me and my younger sister, thanks to them for the practical resource they put together. That's Boating F1. Okay, let's hear from Leah Disu, who also got a customer service job after her studies in Toronto. Let's hear from her what she has to say.
I had my grade 12 from Parktown High School in Johannesburg and went to fashion business after. My business was fairly successful, but I was hungry for more, so I looked forward to relocating to another country. I had to choose between London and Canada, but went for Canada after seeing Victor Ola's webinar in early 2019. I got the No IELTS guide and implemented it. Now I was able to get admission to George Brown College and got a part-time customer service job without having to pay any organization for that.
Okay. Oh, welcome back, guys. As we continue this training for people who still have, I mean, who still haven't make payments. Okay. Now, secret number three. Secret number three. You can relocate to Canada at almost no major cost. I kid you not, guys. I kid you not. You can relocate at almost no major cost. Number one, you can get a normal scholarship. I mean, you need to apply for this. This isn't just for first class students only. You need to apply for it. We call it non-grade sensitive scholarship, and also you can fund it your Canadian dream by entrance scholarship. That is, you have automatic consideration. Anybody who apply to some schools, they are automatically considered for this kind of scholarship. Then also you could get funding from external bodies like my home country. They called something Petroleum Trust Development Fund, as is PTDF, and so many other countries. They have all manner of scholarship. You can get funding from external bodies. You could be given tuition discount. That is, if you pay your tuition once, you could be given a discount for people who are paying their tuition. You could get this huge discount, and also you could fund your Canada dream by yourself, self-funded. A lot of my students have done that. Family Bank, yes, some of my students who did it with Family Bank, that is, they could get help from parents, family, siblings. Also, student prices. When you land here in Canada, I mean, there are this price is represented by a certain amount of money, which can be considered as a form of financial aid. I mean, at the end of the semester, you could be given all manner of prices based on your performance. Okay. Also bursaries. You could fund your Canadian deal with bursaries. Some university provide bursaries for specific subjects. Yes, I mean for disabled students and specific circumstances. Certain occupation also. Yeah, I mean I think the nursing and all that, they provide bursary to students. Like I told you, if you wait till the end, I will redeem my remaining promises. Also, how do you fund your Canadian dream? Some of my students also fund their Canadian dream by through their employers sponsoring them. Also, there's some higher education institution in here in Canada and in North African, I mean United States, that support students in form of fellowship. That is in form of fellowship for postdoctoral students. Also, you could also get research grants. I mean, faculty member grant or an endowed chair. Yeah, either by an endowed chair from a professor. You can also get funded also through the work study employment plans. That is, while you're studying in Canada, you're also working. I mean, through that, you get easy survivor jobs, Uber driver, customer service. You can also be walking your neighbor's dog. Yeah, I mean, people earn, I mean, good bucks from doing that, walking their neighbor's dog. You could do gardening, you could do home tutorial, you could do hostel flipping, you could do home care job and all of that. Also, self-employment. I mean, if you have IT skills, I mean, big money skills, you can also make money from that to fund your Canadian dream. Also, side hustles. I mean, I'll be listing some of that later on, barbing and all of that. You could also fund your Canadian dream by teaching assistantship, that is, from your school. Also, graduate assistantship from your school. I mean, people are paid 20, $30,000 a year, $40,000 a year doing teaching assistantship in their school. Also, you can also fund your Canadian dream by education loan. I mean, I've listed out organizations and companies giving out student loan to fund your dream inside the training guide as well. Okay, and lastly, you can also fund your Canadian dream by intern. We call something co-op. There are programs that come with co-op, what we call internship, or we call it industrial training, but more popularly called co-op here in Canada. I mean, after every academic year, you go for 4 months co-op. I mean, which could earn you $30,000, $20,000, $10,000, $10,000. I mean, in this period, all of these can be used to fund your Canadian dream. So, I mean, let's move on. Someone asking, is this a training video or just another ebook program? I mean, the Know It to Canada Guide isn't your regular ebook program, and in order to make it accessible to others in different part of the world, we have carefully packaged everything you need into video training program, PDF guides, Telegram group support, done for you template, advanced case studies, extra bonuses, and so much more, which you can immediately or easily download to your phone or laptop to watch and read later. Okay. Um, someone asking, I've had all manner of questions. Someone asking said, I've bought several guides and Canada program in the past and it didn't work for me. Okay. My response to that's true. I mean, because I've heard that from the mouth of some of my current students initially asking, how is this different from several guides I have purchased, until I show them, which I've done to you. I mean, how this pathway admits the largest number of immigrants eventually becoming permanent residents. We have 350,000 permanent residents people coming to Canada every year, but this pathway admit the largest. I kid you not. I mean, the goal is to use the most surest pathway to Canada. You don't want to be doing what is not working. You want to do what is working straight up. So now that you can see that this guy shows you how to come to Canada via the most reliable pathway out of several pathways. Would you agree this is really what you need right now? Would you agree with me? Yeah, I mean, that's it. Somebody saying, I mean, you're still waiting. Say, I need to speak with my husband, need to speak with my wife, I need to talk to my parents before deciding. And yeah, I know, I understand. I mean, having to make a decision on your own can be a bit intimidating. I mean, would you agree? Of course, it could be intimidating at times, but won't you mind getting it? I mean, if you don't mind getting this for $199 or 69,999 naira, as we close this class in the next few minutes, or I mean, you pay a measly $55 now, or 19,999 naira right now. I mean, whatever. So I haven't shown you the No IELTS to Canada guide will help you land in Canada alone or with your family. Would you agree making the decision to get it is a whole lot easier for you now without delay? I mean, what else? What else are you looking for? What else do you need to know? Okay. Um Let me move on to this. I've seen all manner of things in this journey. Some people say, bro, isn't this another Canada scam? I think, I used to be worried when I hear this before. I used to be very worried. I mean, genuinely worried. So, but sometimes ago, a guy from Nairobi chatted me up. He said, I said, I'm good. How are you doing? I said, I'm doing fine. He said, very good, I'm fine. Hope the live training was helpful. I asked him, he said, very helpful. I asked him, proceed to get a guide and start your Canada journey. A reply said, where can I get a guide, boss? I sent him the payment link and he replied, he shot at me. He said, you said it is absolutely free. Now it's calm. And that was a eureka moment for me. I would say, wow. So you mean if it is free, it is not scam. If it is paid, it is scam. That was the eureka moment for me, and I wasn't bothered any longer. I mean, you can see the continuation of our chat. It said, I told him, I said the live training was free, but the guide isn't free. So I said, scam. How is that is scam? You see what he asked next? He said, guide me then to that rightful route to a better life. I mean, this is funny, guys. You call me scam, you still want me to guide you to a better life. This is funny. So, I'm delivered. I'm not bothered again. If you say this is scam, it's all left to you. How sure am I going to get the guide after payment? I hear these questions all the time. Like this person was having a chat with one of my students, said, I asked him what is the error message. I think he couldn't pay because of poor network. So I counseled him to use bank transfer. He said, all right, I just made payment. I said, check your mail. He said, thank you. I have seen it. I'm trying to unzip it on my phone because it's in a zip folder. So he said, later on, he said, the guide is worth more. I appreciate you, bro. I was first skeptical if I should pay or not, but I'm glad I took the opportunity. Just like you said, I will also testify. Okay, so after payment, send your email, your name, your email address, your phone number, date of payment to payment at noarts.canada.com guide. As soon as you confirm your payment, you get instant access. If you wait to the end, I will give you my personal WhatsApp number, like I told you. I don't want to be distracted now. So I want to redeem my second promise, which is the question and answer. I will quickly go to the common questions people asked, and I will pick randomly from the comment section as we close. So like I said, well, to the end, to get my personal WhatsApp. I don't want to be getting distracting notifications for now. All right. Okay, someone is still asking, borders are closed, how do I travel now? All those things. The Canadian government made the decision to temporarily restrict foreign travel to everyone, except, if you fall into this category, you can come into Canada, right now. If you're a permanent resident, you're a Canadian, you're a US citizen, you're a diplomat, you're a temporary foreign workers, you are a study visa holder, you are airline staff, you can come to Canada right now. And let me say this, it's worthy of note that some Nigerians will be evacuated from Abuja to Montreal. Yeah, there's evacuation flight arranged to Montreal in the next few days time. So contact me. When I give you my WhatsApp, for people who fall into that, you can contact me too, if you have the visa already, so I can hook you up. And you know what, if you also reside anywhere in West Africa, just find yourself to Togo, to Lomé precisely. I think the international airport. Yeah, find yourself to Lomé, because international flight has commenced. Though when you land here in Canada, you will be quarantined, for 14 days, but that is no big deal. All right. Like this student, Michael Ayibasa from Ghana. He got admission May 7, 2020, as you can see. And this another student some days back chatted me up. She also got an admission to Confederation College to study what's the course? I think business management or so. So she said, thanks, boss. You are really a wonderful person. All right. Oh, why should I start my Canadian visa application now? You asked. You see, your chances are automatically increased currently because the Canadian government has seen a slight decrease in visa application due to the panic and misinformation surrounding the pandemic and immigration. So now is the time to make an investment in your future by submitting your application early. The sooner you start your visa application, the higher your chances of receiving approval faster. You see, students will begin their program online for September 2020 and still be eligible for postgraduate work permit after coming to Canada later. For those who are not coming yet, but having your courses online for the time being is not compulsory. Do you know that? But if you insist on not taking it, then you can defer your admission to the next available section for your course. Okay, once activities return back to normalcy in your home country, or if you're around, then you can continue an in-person class. You get? International flight is also predicted to commence by September, October in many of the African countries. Aside Togo that I know of, I'm not sure of any other places, but in Togo, you can fly to Canada right now. But for other places, you can fly in it's predicted by September or October. Why should I get this guide and start my application now? You see, academic advisors are working from home. Because you need the help of academic advisors to get admission for many of the courses. So they are currently checking their emails more than ever because they are now at home. Schools are becoming more generous more than ever because they are also afraid that students will not apply to school till coming year. So in subsequent months, schools will review applications without GRE and even GMAT for MBA students, or they could request for those course later for MBA students. They could request for your GMAT course later, or even waive it completely. You get that? So would you agree that there is no point waiting until tomorrow to take action? Just go ahead and let's get started. You're still asking, can I still apply for Canadian visa now? Okay, if you still don't get that, let me tell you, yes, Canadian Embassy never stopped working. Okay, they only said all applications must be online and not paper. They've been attending to online applications and people are still getting approval or denial depending on how they package their documentation. You still asking me, can my family members accompany me to Canada? You see, this could happen for you in either ways. You can apply with your family members, that is your spouse and kids, provided you can show sufficient ties that would compel your return home after your authorized period of stay. Even though we know you'll be applying for permanent residence with your family members after your study, like my case too. I came to study, but thereafter I applied for my PR, then I get my citizenship because I've been around for a decade now. So number two, you can also bring your family to Canada after coming to Canada first. You land there, you start your study, maybe after a year semester, then you apply for your spouse open work permit, and you also bring your kids. So those are the two ways for applying as a family member. Okay, some people are still asking this question that can I study with my age? I'm above 50 years. My reply to that is this. Truth is, most Canadian institutions do not have age limit to apply for admission. Okay, and Canada doesn't state on their embassy website that there is an age limit to apply for study permit, other than you must have attained 18 years to apply, or your parent or guardian apply with you or for you. So if you're below 18 years old, your parent or guardian have to apply with you as a parent or for you as a guardian. So up till now, I haven't heard any Canadian school reject study application just because of your age. I personally advise people though who have above 50 years not to apply via the study route, because they will need to prove extremely good and convincing proofs to the visa officer they genuinely want to study and not to run away from their home country. Okay, so but if you're below 50 years, you are good to go. I mean, I've seen several times since colleges. I've seen students of 50 years, 60 years old. I kid you not. But I just doesn't advise that. I don't advise that. But I've seen people 60 years. It's just like saying, can a 70-year-old man be denied to study? No, no. So, but if you don't have enough things to prove that you are not actually running away, I mean, that's why I don't advise. But if you are below 50, 49, 48, then you are good. You can apply. How much do international student earns? People ask. I mean, wages of working international students in Canada is best estimated using the minimum wage in each of the provinces. Okay, this is because employers in Canada are obligated, not like your country. I mean, most African countries, they are obligated to pay nothing lower than the minimum wage. There is no maximum dollar amounts to be earned as a student, just only maximum work hours. Okay, minimum wage varies by province, which averagely is $14 to $20. For my case now, I mean, while as a student working, I earn an average of $3,000 to $5,000 a month. Even though I had to do different jobs anyway, like one or two jobs in between. So, who can sponsor me to Canada? You ask. Okay, you can sponsor yourself. Alternatively, an individual such as your parents, spouse, family members, or an institution, e.g., your employer, religious organization, scholarship agencies can also sponsor you. I mean, I've shown you how to come to Canada with almost no major cost. All right, and also I've listed some organizations that provided sponsored bank statements for you inside the No Eyes to Canada guide. And you know what? They just have 27 spots left. So I mean, you have to be really damn fast to be part of this. So I want to work in Canada and not study. Yes, I understand. I understand what you're asking. See, Canadian education experience sells faster than the work experience of a foreign country. All right? Employers can readily relate if you have Canadian educational experience in your resume compared to showing only work experience from a foreign country. That is, if you've been to any form of school or training in Canada, you will have 89% chances of securing a job comparing to anyone who doesn't have. I kid you not. I kid you not. You still asking, can I do my master's program in Canada with HND or third class? Yes, of course. Canadian educational institutions do not accept HND nor third class undergraduate directly into their master's program, except for few schools though. Yeah, there are schools that does that. Or you rather go for pre-master's program. So what you have to do now is you have to apply with your HND, your third class, your pass. You have to apply for a postgraduate post-degree certificate or diploma in Canada. I also reviewed the step-by-step process inside the No Eyes to Canada guide. All right. Victor, how does this whole Canadian immigration party work? I mean, let me understand. You see, you qualify for study and work permit alone or with your spouse. If you have one, you secure admission into Canadian school of your choice, studying course best fit for you, and study visa got approved. As a family, after issuance of study visa to the primary applicant, your spouse qualify for open work permit, which allows him or her to work full time in any Canadian province. Okay, and when you land at the airport, which we call the port of entry, either in Toronto, either in Montreal, either in Calgary, either in Vancouver, you will have to be given your study permit with your work permit. I mean, you get your study visa in your home country, but when you land in Canada, you get your study permit with your work permit. And okay, work permit makes you eligible to work for 20 hours outside campus during school section, but work full time on campus during school section. So if you're on campus, research assistantship, teaching assistantship, you work for full time. I mean, but if you're outside campus, you have to work for half time, which is 20 hours. And during holidays, you can actually work for 40 hours, 50 hours, 60 hours, or what we call full time. 40 hours is what we mean by full time anyway. So aside the Canadian experience class to become permanent residents through the study route, there are several faster permanent residence pathway for international students. See, your major stumbling block is to just land in Canada through this pathway. Then PR is an easy breeze. I kid you not. I mean, if you are international postgraduate student in British Columbia, you become eligible for PR immediately you finish your master's program. You become eligible for PR. No need of job experience. Okay, in Ontario they also have a program for that. You don't need to show any work experience. You don't even need any job to apply. Just complete your education master's program, then you qualify. In Saskatchewan also, I mean, there's a program that allow you to apply for PR having lived and schooled for just 1 year in Saskatchewan. And you know what, most provinces have spot for international students to become permanent resident very fast. I still get asked this question now. VO, my CGPA is low. Can I also get scholarship in Canada? You know what? Getting scholarship isn't based on academic achievement only, okay? But your leadership potentials as abilities as well. So that is, we have non-grade incentive scholarship, funding and available to students to study in Canada. So I have provided the links to different kind of scholarship available to study inside the guide. You know what? Most of these are available though at graduate level, but there are several other secondary school and undergraduate entrance scholarship available. I mean, particularly through individual institutions. You should apply early though to educational institution of your choice. I mean, you have to apply early to schools to ensure that you are also considered for entrance scholarship and awards. So let me ask, based on what I've just shown you, can you begin to see why it makes good sense not to wait any longer? Can you see that? Okay. I mean, several people have even been making payments. I mean, I don't even know. Okay. Yeah, okay. I think I saw the notification. Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good. I mean, what are you waiting for? You can wait for the last promise, which is my WhatsApp number. I see here people saying I can't afford it right now. I mean, I don't even have the kind of money available in my account. I can't even borrow anything. I mean, let me ask you, in all honesty, what is getting admitted to a Canadian school and successfully landing Canada? What is it worth to you right now? Or let me ask, what is living and raising your kids in a merit-based, sane, secure society where you thrive without having to pray your voice off? I mean, you don't have to disturb your imam, your pastor, your al-Shabaab to lay hands on you, to pray for you. I mean, a friend of mine even jokingly opined, I mean, the prayer gets answers faster here. With this guy, you know what? With this guide, you will save average of $2,000, $5,000, $2,000 to $5,000 trying to hire an immigration consultant or lawyer, and time trying what doesn't work. Okay, I mean, we've saved you all the time trying what doesn't work over the long run. Can you get that? So you would agree that finding the best price to pay is important, but what's even more important is how much this guide is going to save you and the student support that goes along with it. Would you agree? I mean, would you agree with that? Okay. I don't think I can do it myself. I mean, please just do it for me. I mean, I'll pay you triple of the money. Whenever I have in Canada, I hear that a whole lot. I think you can even hear when Adalbe Nelson in the first video testimony was also saying she abandoned the program, think she couldn't. I mean, people that will just buy program and we don't even look at it. So I have to scold her, and she gets started. You see, at first glance, some of my old and current students didn't feel like they could do it. I mean, they could learn how to do it themselves. I mean, some people could feel, a bit intimidated, but I will show you how others like you did it by themselves through the training and support, because any person that can read and write can learn how to do this themselves. Okay, don't you think with this training guide and support from me that you can learn how to do this too? Don't you think so? Okay. My friends and family told me it doesn't work, blah blah blah. I mean, I understand. I understand you very well because I have seen some of my students worry too much about what others will say when they purchase the No Heights to Canada guide. But you know what? I'm quick to remind them that those say it doesn't work have never been here. I mean, like, I'm in Canada, they are in your home country. I'm here already, and I'm telling you what I did, uh, and also what 57 others alone, individuals and families, have used successfully in the past few years to land there. Okay, so I hope you can see that not only does this guide work, but it will work for you as well. Would you agree with that? As I close, upon successful payment, you will be given instant access.
Oh, good. I can see that a lot of committed people are getting the guide already. So don't ever miss the golden chance. Now we have come to the end of this free training, and I believe that you have gotten tons and tons of value. Your only regrets after getting this guide will be that you wish you got it earlier. This is not another ebook. The guide is packed with a lot of practical high definition videos, advanced case studies, done for you templates, and huge group support. So, to get the comprehensive professional No IELTS to Canada guide, pay $55 or 315 Ghanaian cedis or 19,999 Nigerian naira or equivalent in your local currency. Or if you decide to get it anytime immediately after this live class, it will be available to you for $199 or 1,050 Ghanaian cedis or 69,999 Nigerian naira or equivalent in your local currency, which is still a fantastic deal than being ripped off by an agent. If after you get this guide and you didn't get a huge clarity step on how to come to Canada alone or with your family, doing it yourself, mail me. I will refund you while you still keep the guide. You are your best agent. Can't wait to welcome you to Canada.
So to those of you who stay to the end of this video, in fact, you've done the best thing ever. You've taken the best step in your study abroad plan. Thank you for staying to the end, and I'm sure you've learned one or two things from this video. Yes or yes? I think that's a yes. So you also had him mention the guide, like I said before. So once again, if you are interested in this guide, just send us a message or comment on the comment section. Our Instagram handle is there on the screen, so that we can get this guide to you, so you can start applying to Canada as soon as possible. And listen, most schools in Canada, their application end in March, so we need to take action as soon as possible. There's no time to waste. And mind you, you could study on scholarship. I'm sure you heard that from the video too. So don't procrastinate, don't waste time. Take your action now. The best time to start is now. So once again, if you're interested, message us. In fact, disturb us with your message, and we are here to serve you. With all this being said, I think we've come to the end of this video. And if you love subscribe, please subscribe to our channel, like our video, and stay updated. Till next time, bye guys.